One, two, three. One, two, three. Oh dear, hold on a moment. Oh gosh. Capture. Okay, let's do that one then. That should be alright. Oh dear, dear, dear. Right. Turn the microphone around. Okay, I don't know what's happened. My radio mic has failed to transmit. So let me just turn that off completely. I do apologise. Okay, so we have sound. It's just coming from the microphone over there. Let me turn the heater off since we've been delayed. That will stop background noise. I'm sorry, no idea why the radio mic is not working. I apologise, but hopefully that was only a couple of minutes by the looks of it. Let us start the exercise session. Well, 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 what can we expect? Marching on the spot. Every time you raise the hands, clench the fists. As the hands go down, open the fingers. Sorry my feet are making a lot of noise. It's because I've got my street shoes on, because they don't slip on this floor. I want to do a little bit of stretching later on. Roll the foot forwards and backwards, raising the heel, raising the toe. Well, that was interesting. I have no idea why the microphone failed. It wasn't the battery. Roll the foot side to side. It's something to do with the connection to the computer, but nothing has changed since yesterday. So, very confused. I'll check it later. Change the other foot. Roll forwards and backwards. And roll the foot side to side. It's kind of quite interesting how the whole aspect of broadcasting these daily sessions is fraught, that's a good word, fraught with technical issues. And go back to the other leg, circle the knee. Yeah, one day it works perfectly, and then the next day either I lose a camera, or I don't mean I lose a camera, it just won't come up on the screen. Change direction, or like today, the microphone, where's the microphone? There's the microphone. Just wasn't recognised by the software. Very strange. It must be Pixies or something. Change to the other leg, circle the knee. Busy day today, been doing lots of different things. I was teaching Tai Chi in the real world with real people in the same room from 2 to 3 today. And then tonight at 7 I've got an online class, and obviously got this, change direction. I think maybe I did 30 seconds here rather than 15, but what the hell, let's live dangerously. Okay, feet slightly wider, circle the hips. Actually, that's just reminded me of something. Where exercise is concerned, where Tai Chi is concerned, change direction, an awful lot of things in life actually, it doesn't, and this is heresy to some people, it doesn't actually matter what you do, as long as you're doing something. So if you wiggle one knee a bit longer than you wiggle the other, it's not gonna matter. Next time you can wiggle the opposite knee a bit more. Or maybe you don't. And nobody cares. I don't care. I hope you don't care either. Okay, gently tilting side to side. Nice and easy. I'm going faster than I need to, so let's slow it down a little bit. There we go. If you are watching this exercise session of mine for the first time. Hope you enjoy it. If you're watching it for the 609, no, if you've watched it before, please tell your friends. Tell your friends anyway. And forwards and backwards. We don't always have technical problems. Just often enough to keep me on my toes. And I hope the volume is high enough. It looks to be. I have a monitor on the screen that shows the volume and it looks to be okay. Fingers crossed. And relax. Let us go back to the hip and let us circle the knee. Up to the front and then around to the side and then out to the side and we bring it around to the front. Oops, I'm gradually getting out of position there. Change the other leg up to the front and then around to the side. And around, up, side to front. You know what I mean, don't you? And relax. Raise a leg, or raise the arm, and imagine there's a bit of string and it's pulling the knee up. That's the simple way to do it. In other words, same side, leg and arm raises. And you can do this as slow or as fast as you care to. It's not a race. Opposite side, leg and arm raising to the front. Now, same side going diagonally across the body. Opposite side, leg and arm going diagonally across the body. Diagonal out to the diagonal, away from the centre of the body. So if there's my front line, I'm going, whoop, I switched to opposite side, sorry, didn't mean to do that. Same side, 45 degrees away from whichever direction you're facing. If you, yeah, I think that's right, isn't it? Out to the corners, in other words. Okay, let's do that little mind exercise. Opposite side. Now try same side, right out to the side, opening the hip up as much as you can, as much as is correct for you. Still going to the side, but now opposite arm and opposite leg. And relax. If your body's built like my body, you'll find it's a little bit of tension there. So let's roll the hips and try and release that tension in those muscles that were working quite hard. Nice and gentle. Change direction. It's quite interesting actually, there's lots of big muscles in the body, we know that, but there are lots and lots of teeny little muscles. Maybe not that teeny, some are teeny, some are just small. And it's those small muscles that can sometimes catch you out. You sometimes do an exercise and the next day you're going, what on earth is that pain? And that pain is some little muscle don't normally use. Protesting. Bend the legs a little. Circle the upper body. Change direction. Fairly small circles. Raise the arms and circle the body. Change direction. Lower the arms, slightly larger circles with the body. Not your full range of motion, but a larger range of motion than you were doing. Change direction. Now, quite slow, using the arms, full range of motion. Down, side, back, side, down. Doesn't have to be fast, just want to really work the centre of the body and the spine. Change direction. And straighten up, bend the legs, circle the shoulders. Change direction. Change direction, take the feet out a little bit, whatever's comfortable. So I'm not stretching the legs apart yet, that will come. Circle the shoulders the other way. Circle the shoulders the other way, take the feet out a little bit more, so it's what you might term the beginning of a stretch. And obviously, don't try and copy my exact leg position. You may not be able to take your legs as wide as mine, or you may be able to take them a lot wider. Change direction, whatever is correct for you. Let's do one more. Take the feet a little bit wider, circle the shoulders. Change direction. And relax, bring the feet in, and bend the knees, circle the arms. Change direction. Be an aeroplane. Rotate the lower part of the arms whilst keeping the upper part of the arms at about shoulder height. Change direction. And relax. Head in a nice, slow, big U shape. And relax. Stretch the legs so your hips face towards the front leg, bend the front leg, straighten the back leg. Make sure you can see your toes. You don't want the knee to protrude beyond about the centre of the foot. You may be more flexible, you may be less flexible. Do whatever is right for you. But remember not to push the knee out too far. Keep the knee in. Turn to the other direction. Same thing. Whichever way your front foot is pointed, that's pretty much where you want your hips to be pointed. Change the other side, let your feet be a little bit wider if you can. Same thing. As those of you who have stretched with me before know, I like fairly long, fairly slow stretches. Never want to rush. change sides, relaxing, letting the muscles gently get longer. No bouncing, no movement, everything very gentle. Bouncing is generally frowned upon in modern exercise circles. I believe the exception being elite athletes who are allowed to do it, but a little bit wider if you can. One more to the other side. I'm looking at the clock if you wonder why I'm looking behind. And bring the feet in, and that old favourite of mine, some hip circles to just ease off any tension in this area. Change direction. Okay, front leg raises. You can raise the arm or you can keep the arm down, or you can raise both arms. Check while you're doing the front straight leg raises. Oh, and you can go as high as you want to, but you don't have to go high. Check that you've got space to the sides and behind you, because that's what's going to happen next. Okay, let's go out to the side. Check there's nothing behind you. Straight leg raises behind. And you can see I'm also taking my arms behind the body, stretching the shoulders in that particular way, and trying not to bend too far forwards. Trying to keep the body fairly upright. Relax. Guess what? He says, adjusting his trousers. More circles, but this time start with your feet wider and then circle. And see how far you can go side to side and forwards and backwards. See how big you can make the circle. Change direction. And I'm sure you've realized by now, I have spent some extra time today looking at sort of the muscles surrounding the hips. That was always the plan. Actually, it wasn't a complete accident. It's just how it happened. But it's a good thing occasionally to concentrate on one area of the body a little bit more than the others. Okay, let us do a couple more stretches. One foot out, weight on the other leg, this leg bent, hands above the knee, below the knee, on the ankle or on the toes, trying to keep the back fairly straight, pulling back on the toes, stretching, or there, stretching down and forwards. Keep going. Relax gently, come up, go to the other side, raise the toes, hold above the knee, below the knee, the ankle or the toes, keep the back as straight as you comfortably can, pull up on the toes, bend forwards with the body. The other leg gently bent. Keep going. Slowly, gently release, come up, feet about hip width, push the hips forward, lean backwards ever so gently. Then if you feel comfortable doing that, you can also turn the body and the shoulders gently, slowly, side to side. Be very careful with this if you've not done it before, very gently. Keep going. Relax, straighten up, and let's do some more circles. This time, turn the circles, I'll tell you what, let's turn the circles into figure eights. And then reverse the figure eight. Okay, let's move up to the waist, turn the waist, let the arms float around the body, let the legs relax, sitting down and backwards ever so slightly. Turn the head as well, let's get a gentle stretch going in the neck. The waist is what we're concentrating on. If the hips turn a little, that's okay, but try, if you can, to separate the waist from the hips. I mean, not completely separate. Sounds a bit extreme, doesn't it? Half your body going one way, half your body going the other. I don't think I want to recommend that at all. Float the arms. No energy in the arms, either just relaxed, because we're going to do something different to that in a minute. Now, the legs are going to go up and down, but instead of having the arms like we normally do, which is relaxed, I'm actually putting energy into the arms. I'm lifting them up, I'm throwing them down. So this is fairly fast. Now what we're going to take the feet slightly wider and slow it down. Up, down, up, down. Only go as low as you comfortably can. feet in, and now let's go back to the faster variant. I'm just checking to see that as my knees bend, they are over the legs, over the feet rather, and that the knees are not sort of tucked in. So they're in line when I look down, the knees with the feet, which is not putting any strain on the knees, hopefully. And relax. Okay, that's about 30 minutes. I apologise, we'll give yourselves a little shake. I apologise for the audio problems at the beginning. I have a question for you, which I'd really appreciate you putting a comment to. Obviously subscribe and like and all that stuff as well, because that helps. But the question I have for you is, of the exercises that we did today, which one was your favourite? Which exercise that we did today did you like the best? If you could answer that, I would be very grateful. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day, and until next time, bye.